this on the dawn.
Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode like this where I predict what I think FIFA 17 player ratings are going to be. Now today we are doing Man United. Last time we did Tottenham Hotspur. We're going to start off with David De Gea. So in my opinion, I think keepers deserve higher ratings this year on FIFA, as you would have seen with Hugo Lloris and players like that. But I've given David De Gea a massive 88 rating. He was 86 rating on FIFA 16, but in my opinion he is one of the world's best. I don't see why EA don't give credit enough to keepers. Yeah, they give it to Neuer, but he's the only keeper they seem to give it to. So I do think David De Gea deserves a massive upgrade, and those stats on his informed cards and team of season cards on FIFA as it is are unstoppable, and this card would really make it a good goalie to choose in the BPL. Also, obviously, you've got the likes of Courtois and Lloris. I do think Lloris also, like I said in the last bit, does deserve an upgrade, so keepers deserve bigger upgrades in my opinion in FIFA 17. Moving on to a right back, I went with Antonio Valencia. I do think he'll get a right back card in FIFA 17 because he plays there mostly for Man United now. It's really rare that he plays right mid to them because obviously they have the likes of Mata and Lingard that pushes in there as well. But I've given him actually a downgrade because I think he's getting old now. He doesn't get used as much by Manchester United, and he's not kind of a key player for Manchester United no more. He's kind of like the dropping kind of right back. So they also have Varela, a young player who also plays right back, who's actually really good and really talented and coming on well. And they also have Darmian as well, who I haven't actually picked for this video because I feel like it was between him and Valencia, and I kind of put Valencia in over Darmian just to the fact that I probably would have gave Darmian the same, and I kind of wanted to mix it up by not just having the players the same rating kind of thing. So I went for Valencia instead of Darmian. That's the reason. Not that I think Valencia will be first team right back ahead of Darmian. First centre back, I went on to Marcus Rojo. He hasn't played that much for Man U this season, just the fact that he was injured. So I've kept him at the same. I don't think EA will give him a downgrade or an upgrade to the fact that he was injured, because I think that's quite harsh if they downgrade him due to injuries. So I've kept him at the same 81 overall that he kept, and I do think if he can keep fit for Manchester United, he'll have a really good season. But then again, I'm not too sure whether he'll play in his favourite centre-back role, just the fact that they've signed Bailey from Villarreal. He may even push into left-back if Luke Shaw's not up to every game. Moving on to Chris Smalling, I've given him an upgrade to an 84 rating because over the past season, he's been the best player for Manchester United. He's been the best defender in the England squad that we have. So I really do think it's finally the time for him to finally get an upgrade on FIFA to an 84. He's really proved that he's actually a key player for Manchester United, even though he had a bit of a shaky start to their team. But this season and most of last season, he showed that he has the potential and the quality to be a first choice centre back for Manchester United. On to left back, as obviously Luke Shaw. He's been most of the season out injured with that really bad injury he got against PSV in the Champions League. I've kept him at the same because I don't really doubt EA will give him a downgrade for an injury that wasn't his fault. So I've kept him at the same, and really it's either him or Bothwick Jackson. If I was to pick Bothwick Jackson, I probably would have upgraded him to a silver because I do believe he is actually a bronze in the minute. But I went for Luke Shaw because obviously when Luke Shaw's fit, he is going to start ahead of Bothwick Jackson. There's no doubt about it. Moving into the midfield, Marouane Fellaini, I gave him a downgrade. People will probably think controversial to this, just the fact that he's a troll player and you'll be like, oh yeah, because people take the piss off, that's why I downgraded him. It's not. I don't think he had that good of a season for Manchester United. The only good thing he has about him is his aerial threat. The only times he's played well for Manchester United is when Man United have played to his strengths in the air. So I don't think he will be at Manchester United much longer. If he doesn't leave in the summer, I think he'll leave in January. And I did give him a downgrade, just the fact that he's not going to be a first team player for Man United next season. I doubt it. And to be fair, he didn't have that amazing Euros all season as it was. On to the next midfielder is Ander Herrera. Probably going to be leaving Manchester United. I've seen a lot of rumours about him leaving. I kept him at the same overall because I don't think he has that impact in the Manchester United squad. In my opinion, he should probably go back to Spain or one other league because I don't think he's that sort of player who's going to have major impacts on your team. So that's why I think Manchester United will probably replace him. And if they keep hold of Mata, now they've got Mkhitaryan, maybe push Mata into the central role and Herrera will be free to leave the club. Moving on to right mid, obviously Juan Mata. I also kept him the same. Probably would have gave him an upgrade to an 85, maybe just the fact that he was one of Man United's best players last season, and he is actually a really talented player. And I do think if Man U sell him, because there's rumours about him going to Everton, if Man U do sell him, I do think that he's going to be a player that they'll miss, even though they have Mkhitaryan, but they're two totally different players. I can see Man United maybe missing him if he does leave, maybe not, who knows. but I kept Mata at the same. Maybe I was a bit harsh on him. Maybe I could have gave him an upgrade. I don't know. Moving on to left mid, I gave Martial a left mid card, considering he plays most of his time there for Manchester United. Probably could have given him a left wing card, but I do think he'll get a left mid or left wing. I don't think he'll get a striker card this year on FIFA 17. And I gave him an upgrade also as well, because again, he was one of the key players for Manchester United. It seems like their wing players were the key players last season when Lingard played there also as well. But I think he deserves an upgrade. He had, to be fair, I would say he had a decent Euros, but he came off the subs bench mostly every game. And when he came off the subs bench, he was that like impact player that France kind of needed. He didn't really create much or score. He didn't score, but he had that like the movement about him that France really needed in games, and what Man United need when they use him in games as well. He's actually a really talented player. Okay guys, on to Jesse Lingard. I gave him an upgrade from a silver to a gold. Yes, a 76 rated goal, because I do think Jesse Lingard also still has a lot to prove. Yeah, he scored the winner in the FA Cup final for Manchester United, and he's had really good games for Man U this season, but I do still think he has a lot to prove. Like, he's a young player. It took him a while to get over. He's not 18 or 19 where the young players come up their peaks then and prove that they're not like Rashford say now. He kind of took a bit longer in his age, so I kind of want to see what he has this season, whether or not he's going to be as good this season or if he's going to be even better, which I do think he will be even better this season. So I gave him a low gold rated. He'll probably get an upgrade come January if he just get a card like this. I put Rooney in the striker role because on this website I'm using, it would not let me put Rashford because he's not on Ultimate Team. I've put Rooney in as a striker. I've kept him the same. He might even get a downgrade, I don't know, or he might even get a centre mid role card, sorry, on FIFA 17, which I do think he will. And if he does get a centre mid role, I still think he'll be an 86 overall as it is. But getting back to the Rashford point, if I was to put Rashford in here, I really do think he might even sneak a gold card this year. Maybe a 76 or a 77 rated gold card, because he's had that amazing season. Bear in mind, Marcus Rashford is 2 weeks younger than me. I'm sat at home making a YouTube video about FIFA upgrades when he's playing for Manchester United and just been to the Euros. So I do think he will get a gold card this year. He's actually proved so much this season that he is a top quality player and could be the next biggest thing to come out of England and Manchester United. This one, guys, I'm doing like a little add-ons, considering Manchester United signed quite a few good and decent players. So I'm adding the 3 players they've signed into these upgrades. I've gone first, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. People are probably going to hate me for this, but I've given him a downgrade by 1 to an 88 overall. Maybe he might even get an upgrade. I really don't know with this one. I kind of regret now looking at this. I'm thinking, why did they give him a downgrade? Because he's had a good season for PSG and maybe he deserves the same, or maybe even another upgrade. But it's just his age of how FIFA go. In my opinion, he doesn't deserve a downgrade, but this is what I think EA will give them. And based on what EA do with old players, they downgrade them even if they had a good season. I mean, look at Totti and Di Natale, for example. So I think this will happen, and I think EA will do this to Ibrahimovic. I'm sorry, but I think they will. Now moving on to Bailey, I gave him an upgrade, just the fact that I've not even heard of the guy, but he must be good for Manchester United to sign him for around 30 million. I mean, it's not rocket science. He must be getting an upgrade on FIFA to be signed by that much. That's really going to plummet his rating, I think, up. And for going to a team like Manchester United for Villarreal, it just has to upgrade his rating, surely. I've not heard of the guy that much, but it just has to upgrade his rating, surely. Last one I'm going to go for, Mkhitaryan. I gave him a +1 upgrade from an 83 to an 84. He's had a 6 season with Borussia Dortmund. I think he scored around 22 goals in the league for him this season, which is actually crazy for a right mid. So I do want to see what he's going to be like in the BPL though, because Bundesliga at times can be easier than the BPL. So I really want to know if he's going to fit in at Manchester United, if he's going to do any better, or if he's actually going to be a sort of player like Di Maria and not go to his potential that he's been showing. But yeah, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment your opinions on this upgrade video and in general what I'm doing with these videos, if you agree with me, if you don't agree with me. But yeah, guys, and also if you're new around here, please hit that subscribe button. It really does help, and I'll speak to you guys in a bit.